Sir, what is your stand on Kashmir giving the position that Nehru promised plebiscite in the state in 1947 or 48? And why does India sideline the UN resolution on the disputed state of Jammu and Kashmir? And how do you see the killings of civilians in the recent times in the valley, given the position that even during Congress as well as during the BJP time that people have been killed in the valley?
So those are two different questions. On the first one, India was very keen on the plebiscite, and frankly because India knew it would win the plebiscite. Public opinion in Kashmir had been so angry with the raiders who had come across from Pakistan and done rape and loot and pillage on the way, that Sheikh Abdullah and the vast majority of Kashmiri opinion was 100% in favor of India and not Pakistan. So when India asked for the plebiscite, it did so knowing full well that it would win. What happened, of course, was that the UN resolution had three parts to it. The first was a total withdrawal of Pakistani forces, following which the second was the reduction but not full withdrawal of Indian forces, and the third part was the plebiscite. The Pakistanis never withdrew, and because they didn't withdraw, the rest of the resolution became inoperative and it essentially ceased to have any meaning. So India cannot be accused of abandoning that UN resolution. While it was fresh and current and valid, India wanted to go ahead for a plebiscite and they were quite ready to have that plebiscite and they were sure they're going to win it. The second question you asked about the assaults on civilians, I deeply, deeply sympathize with your question and the line of questioning because a lot of horrors have happened. I'm not going to make excuses, though there is an excuse. When you talk to our security forces, the excuse is they're on hair trigger alert because of all the terrorist attacks that took place from 89 onwards, particularly the 89 to 95 period. Every day there was practically some terrorist violence, infiltration from across the border, so many incidents of killings, assassinations, the assassination of the Mirwais, the assassination of A.G. Lone, the burning down of Sharari Sharif. There were some very, very nasty people coming in and doing horrible things. And as a result, India was forced to beef up its security presence. And what is more, it was obliged, therefore, to go around in a way that definitely was intrusive. I have spoken to many Kashmiri friends who are deeply offended by the intrusive road checks and searches of homes and all of these things, to which the security forces say, how else could we have dealt with this? My hope would have been that we could have taken better advantage of periods of calm and peace to be able to thin down the coarse sources of resentment and to create a better dialogue with all sections of Kashmiri society. Unfortunately, sadly, that opportunity has been missed, and particularly this government came to power and did something which no one would have believed they would do. They formed an alliance with a party that was strong in the valley and with the Kashmiri Muslim opinion. They could have taken a major initiative to start a dialogue with all sections of opinion in Kashmir, and they wasted that opportunity and reduced us to the terrible conditions we're in today. So I think you're right, there should be dialogue, there should be progress. Killings must not be allowed to happen. We should turn the page in Kashmir. But your two questions relate to two different periods. And what happened in 48, 49, 50, I think honestly India is not to blame at all, whereas what's happening in more recent years, Indian governments have a lot to answer for.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
sir. That
Frank.
was really wonderful and informative. Thank you, everyone.